Hello, and thank you for joining me today as we continue our discussion on regions, cavities, planes, positions, and movements of the body. Today, specifically, we're going to talk about body cavities. So we've already discussed regions, we've talked about movements of the body and the planes of the body. So here we go, we're talking cavities and regions where things are located. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about closed and open body cavities and what's found in each, and that's where you're going to be able to identify the organs found in those cavities. So for starters, we have closed body cavities. When we refer to closed body cavities, we mean they don't have an opening to the outside. So your first closed body cavity we're going to talk about is called the cranial cavity. There is no outside opening to your brain and spinal cord. At least no planned outside opening to your brain and spinal cord. And that's by design. We want to keep these safe. This is a closed cavity, so nothing gets in, nothing goes out. This is contained. So your cranial cavity contains your brain. Your vertebral cavity, your vertebral cavity contains your spinal cord and your vertebrae. So cranial cavity is up at the top. Your vertebral cavity is all of this. Along with that, we have your thoracic cavity. So this is from your diaphragm up to the top of your rib cage. So your rib cage is essentially your thoracic cavity. Includes organs such as your lungs, your heart, your esophagus, the trachea, and your thymus as well. And the last one that we're going to talk about, here's your abdominal pelvic cavity, so region right in here. Again, no opening to the outside, but from the diaphragm down. So you have include your stomach, your liver, your intestines, your bladder, your internal reproductive organs. All of those are housed within your abdominal pelvic cavity. These are closed body cavities found within you and I, in us. Then we have these things called open body cavities. Open body cavities contain an exit point, a passageway out of the body. And so the first one is going to be our respiratory tract, our respiratory cavity. So we have an opening to the outside. Both your nose and your mouth go from the outside down into your lungs. So that is an open cavity because there's an exit point. This includes your mouth and nose, or your respiratory tract, and then they eventually end up at your lungs. Your urinary tract goes from the inside of your body system, so it starts in your kidneys, and ends at your urethra, which is where it exits the body. And then the last one is going to be your digestive tract, is an open cavity as well, because food is going to come in at your mouth, it's going to exit at your anus. And so you actually have two openings on this one, one here and one here. When we talk about this, we'll talk about how something that you eat actually isn't really considered inside your body because it's not closed on either side, so nothing is holding it in. It's just temporarily there. So these are your body cavities. Make sure you can review these, are comfortable with these. We'll talk more about them in class. And make sure you can list the organs and where they're found as far as cavities go. I look forward to working with you as we continue this unit, and I'll see you next time.